Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Rob and today I'll be talking about the A-Team TV series and A-Team movie. The A-Team series ran for 5 seasons, had about 95 episodes, and it was about 4 Vietnam vets that were framed for a crime they didn't commit, and they put themselves out for hire to help people, with problems that they were having. Whether the issues were with a crime boss, slumlords, just like biker gangs, mobs, war criminals, all that sorts of stuff. It was a team of 4 people. John Hannibal Smith, played by George Peppard, was the leader. Templeton Faceman Peck, played by Dirk Benedict, was the scammer. Whatever vehicle they needed, like there was one episode that they needed a taxi cab to, kind of get the people in the cab and all that stuff, and they needed a garbage truck because the people they were fighting up against was trying to kick all these little stores out, and they were basically were forcing them to pay hundreds of dollars for protection type situation. And if they didn't pay it, they didn't have it, the bad guys would basically beat them up. So Faceman would be always the scammer for whatever they needed and get it for them. Howlin' Mad Murdoch, also known as H.M. Murdoch, was played by Dwight Schultz. He was the crazy one. He pretty much lived in a mental institution, VA hospital. I think, VA hospital. I don't think it was technically a mental institution. But I think him playing crazy was part of his cover, is what some people think who watch the show. If you Google all that stuff, some people say he was really crazy. Some people say he was acting just as like a cover, to help the team out and stuff like that. And Faceman would always be the one that would play a doctor or some sort of scam to get him out. There was a reporter that worked with them after a couple seasons. She occasionally helped either get him out or get him information if the team was in trouble, and then he would figure a way out himself. And then you have B.A. Baracus, also known as Bad Attitude. I think his first name, if I remember in one of the episodes, they called him Bosco. But they always called him B.A., and it was B.A. for Bad Attitude. He was played by Mr. T. He was the mechanic. He was always the one that they had to drug whenever flying somewhere was involved, and more so when Murdoch was flying. He definitely didn't like Murdoch flying, and they always had to drug him, trick him, and then carry him on the plane. And that definitely was no easy task because he's a big guy. But yeah, so they were always hired. Hannibal did a lot of the disguises. He played a Chinese guy named Mr. Lee, and then people would go to him to see if they were checked out, because like they were hiring themselves out to all these people who needed help, no matter what the situation. And they were wanted by the army, the military, for a crime they didn't commit. I guess there was a General Morrison that asked them to do a job, and I guess it involved robbing a bank, and the way he explained it, it was a legitimate reason and all that stuff. And then I guess he got killed or something, so had no way of proving their innocence. So they ended up escaping somehow, and they were on the run. And like I said, they hired themselves out to help people. Very good show. Like I said, it was 5 seasons long. 97 episodes, I believe. And it was a very good movie. I mean, TV show. That was what ran from 1983 to 1987. And it was 5 seasons. 2010, they came out with a movie about the A-Team. And it wasn't exactly what I expected, but it was a really good movie. I expected to be a reboot and see pretty much the same stuff that happened in the series. And a lot of series is they did a lot of like similar things that you would see in MacGyver. Like make a flamethrower out of whatever they could find. Make an armored attack vehicle out of whatever they could find around, and all that stuff. And it was a pretty good show. They came up with a lot of cool things. One of Hannibal's favorite words that he said in almost every episode, and the one in the movie said was, "I love it when a plan comes together." So in the movie, it started out where Hannibal was tied up, and that came out in 2010. And then I think it went to BA driving a Lamborghini, one of the newer ones. Drives, gets out of the car, says to someone, "Where's my girl?" And when he was referencing to where my girl is, he was referring to his van. Nice GMC van with a brush bar in the front, lights on the front, low profile tires, something you would find like on a Camaro or something, not like a van. Spoiler on the top. It was all black. The rims were red. And it was black with a red stripe and all that stuff. So as I said, the movie came out in 2010, and BA got out of his Lamborghini and puts up one fist and it says pity, and the other one said fool. Now I don't really remember BA ever saying that in the A-Team movie show, but I know it was I heard Mr. T himself say it a lot. Whether it was in the A-Team series or just in general, I don't really remember. But then, yeah, it goes to Faceman. Faceman's trapped. And all that stuff. Hannibal, at some point, I don't know, they showed him escaping. And then they showed Faceman all tied up and trapped. And then they go back to, you see the van zooming down a dirt road, BA listening to some good music, and then you see Hannibal in the middle of the road. BA slams on the brakes, stops. Hannibal tries to take his vehicle. BA is not putting up with it and all that stuff and resists, and Hannibal ended up shooting him. Not enough to really hurt him, make him lose a lot of blood, just basically to nick him and make him hurt and show him that he wasn't playing. So eventually Hannibal ended up getting in the van, realized he was an Army Ranger. BA was willing to go along and help him get his friend. So then they went and rescued his friend, and the girl that they were trying to rescue went along to this hospital to find a pilot, which was Murdoch. And they ended up finding Murdoch, and Murdoch was stitching BA up, and I think he even let one of them on fire, if I remember right. And then they go up, take the hospital helicopter, and Murdoch's trying to fly, and you know how he's crazy. He ends up knocking one of the AC units off the top floor of the hospital by hitting it with the landing. Knocks it on BA's van, and they're flying. They're getting chased by the bad guys. And then at one point, just before they get to the U.S. border, they get heat seekers thrown on them. So what does Murdoch do? He pulls up, gets it to go up in the air like that somehow, shuts the engines off, lets it drop. The heat seekers get each other, misses the helicopter. And the door on the Huey helicopter is open. BA falls out. He's holding on for dear life because he didn't fall completely out. And after that, that movie was when BA never wanted to fly again. Was afraid of flying. The series, some people, they never really explained why he was afraid of flying. I don't know if something happened like that with Murdoch, or if he's just one of those people that was always afraid to be flying to begin with, and then Murdoch just made things worse. Like me, I've always been afraid to fly. I've never wanted to get on a plane. And then after 9/11 hit, that didn't make it any easier or make me want to get on a plane anymore. So who knows what the case was for BA in the A-Team. So yeah, that was that. And so that was showing when they all first met. They didn't know each other. And that showed later on in the movie. That was showing when General Morrison hired them to do that job. And then after they did the job and they got back and General Morrison was coming to meet them, the car blew up. It's basically when they ended up becoming wanted for only doing what they were told to do by their boss. and all that stuff. And they were told it was a legitimate job for the Bank of Illinois or something like that, and all that. So yeah, that I thought was a great movie. I liked how they really told how it started. I thought it was a good reboot and all that stuff like that. So on that note, basically what I'm doing is I'm taking some like old shows, comparing it to the movies, telling you what I thought of the movies. Like one other show that I'll explain in another video that I really loved was MacGyver. Great show, but I never could get into it. Well, the original series I could never. The original series I loved. Sorry. The new series that came out and still on, that has a lot of seasons with it, I never could get into. I just watched like 3 or 4 episodes and then I couldn't really watch it after that. So yeah, a Knight Rider, but like Magnum PI, there's some changes I don't like in the new series, but I think it's a great series, great story. There's just some changes I don't agree with, but other than that, the show's great, still doing good. I hope they continue to make more episodes, and all that stuff, and I will continue watching it. That's Magnum PI. Knight Rider, they tried doing a reboot on that. And story-wise, the series was good. There's just a lot of things that they did that I don't think they should have as a true Knight Rider fan. And the series didn't last. I'll explain that in the video. But story-wise, it was good, but when it ended, I was like, I wasn't surprised. Let's put it that way. Was I upset? Yes, a little bit, because I'm a Knight Rider fan, and I thought the story was good, but at the same time, I thought it was really overkill. A lot of stuff they did. So, they, like, another series I'm watching right now that just started, what I used to watch as a kid, was Walker, Texas Ranger. They just started a new series. So far, it's okay. Little bit of changes on that. But all in all, it's okay. I'm liking it so far. We'll see if I continue to like it. So, just want to give you kind of an idea what kind of movies, reviews I'm going to be doing. I have upcoming soon, I'm going to do a Knight Rider 82 to 86 series. Compare it to Knight Rider 2000 that they came out with in 1991, trying to reboot the series with David Hasselhoff. And then I'll talk about the 2008 series. I'm gonna put it all in try to put it all in one video. If you want me to do multiple parts, just let me know. I'll do multiple parts so it's not too long, because I can't guarantee that it won't be too long, explaining everything I want to explaining all my thoughts. So just let me know in the comments below what you would like me to do. If you want me to make it like a 3-part or 2-part, I'll do whatever you guys want, however you want it. I'll do a 2-part video on that. And then do the 2008 series, and explain my thoughts on that. So yeah, and some people think that the 2008 series was nothing, basically just a reboot and had nothing to do with the original series, but you're wrong. And in the video I'll explain why you guys are wrong and why it actually is 100% tied in with the original series. So anyways, I hope you like this video. I hope you'll give it a like. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And thanks for watching, and have a great day. And I hope you all are doing well. Have a great day. Oh, and a couple more things I forgot to tell you about the 2010 A-Team movie that are a couple of cool facts. And I also forgot to tell you who the main characters were. So Liam Neeson played Hannibal. Bradley Cooper played Faceman. Quentin Rampage Jackson played B.A. Baracus. And Charlito Copley played Murdoch. But a couple of cool facts is that if you watch the extended version, you will see Dwight Schultz, who played the original Murdoch in the A-Team series, along with Dirk Benedict, who played the original Faceman in it, in the original series. Mr. T, who played B.A. Baracus, turned it down. I guess he didn't feel right doing it for whatever reason. And George Papard, who played Hannibal Smith, had long passed away. I think he passed away in '94 at the age of 65. But yeah, I just forgot. I was going through the video and watching it, getting ready to edit it, seeing if there was any changes to make, and then I realized that I forgot that about the extended edition, that you can see two of the original characters from the A-Team series if you watch the extended version. And I forgot to tell you who the main characters were. But anyways, I really hope you liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. There's more content and more videos to come. So have a great day. It is now Thursday. So hopefully this will be up either today or tomorrow, depending on when I get a chance to edit it and upload it. With that being said, I hope you all have a good weekend, and hopefully the weather's good for you guys. I had a busy weekend. The oldest is graduating, so high school. So hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and have a great day.